Hey guys, welcome to another video, and today we're going to be taking a look at how to own people with the AK-47, as you can see in this clip right here. We're going to go over 4 key areas. Those are the basics of the AK-47, the aim and how to aim well, the movement and how to avoid getting shot whilst taking shots, and last, we're going to be talking about some tips and techniques to get good with the AK-47 in a short amount of time. Let's begin. The AK-47 is one of the best weapons in the game, if not the best weapon in the game. This is because it has very high damage, it has a high rate of fire, and every magazine holds 30 rounds. With the AK-47, one shot to the head, with or without a helmet, is a one-shot kill. But with high damage comes high recoil, and the AK-47 is notorious for its high recoil. High recoil is one of the major disadvantages of using the AK-47. Most players prefer to burst fire or tap fire aiming for the head. Spraying should only be used when there's nothing else you can do and the enemy is right in front of you and all you can do is spray and pray. The AK-47 is a great weapon to use, it's very effective, and it has major advantages as well as disadvantages, keeping it very balanced. When using the AK-47, you have to make sure that the crosshair, that is the little green dot in the middle of your screen, matches up with the enemy's head. This is because, as we said before, with the AK-47, one shot to the head will kill any enemy. This is easier said than done, but with enough time and practice, you will get much better at it. Always aim for the head with your crosshair. This is called crosshair placement. Don't aim for the ground or for the waist level. Always have your crosshair aimed at where the enemy's head will appear. Sometimes it's very hard to aim for the head if the enemy is very far away or if they are moving a lot. So, this is where burst firing comes in. With burst firing, the goal is to try and shoot 2 or 3 or 4 bullets at a time at the enemy, hoping that one of those shots will hit the enemy's head, and if not, at least you'll do some damage and maybe even kill the player. Sometimes the enemy is very close to you and you cannot aim for the head, and even burst firing won't cut it. So this is when you want to spray. Spraying is the most inaccurate way of firing, but sometimes it is the only choice you have. To do this properly, it helps if you know the spray pattern for the AK-47 and if you know how to control the recoil, which I'm about to show you now. As you can see, when I shoot the wall with the AK without any control, the bullets go flying everywhere. They go up and then they go to the side, and it's not very good. Now, when I try to control the spray by pulling down and to the side as I shoot, you can see that the bullets end up spraying in a much more concentrated area. This is making my shots a lot more accurate. When burst firing, you can see that the shots are much more accurate, but the more shots you take, the harder it becomes to control the recoil, and the less accurate it becomes when shooting enemies far away. When shooting with the AK, it's important to move from side to side in between taking shots. This is also known as sidestepping. Now, if you do this, it'll become a lot more difficult for the enemy to hit you. But you have to make sure that while you take shots, you are standing still. If you move while you take a shot, that shot will not be accurate at all. So you have to move to the left or the right, take a shot, and then move again. But don't move in the same direction all the time. If you take a shot and then move to the left, and then take another shot, move to the left again, if you keep doing that, the enemy will know that every time you take a shot, you are going to the left. So sometimes you gotta move to the right, then the left again, then the right. Make it different every time so the enemy has to stay on their toes. They won't know exactly where you're gonna shoot every time you're gonna take a shot. Practice this and use this all the time. This will help you get a lot more kills than just standing still or taking a quick shot and then going back. You have to know how to sidestep. It's very important, especially when using a gun like the AK-47. Here are some simple tips and techniques to help you improve with the AK-47 very quickly and get rid of some bad habits that you may or may not have. Let's start with reloading. This is a common mistake that I normally see new players doing. They take a shot, maybe kill someone, and then automatically reload straight away before checking if there's enemies around them. This gets them killed a lot of the time. You don't have to reload after every shot or every kill. The AK has 30 rounds in the magazine. It might take you 5 shots to kill someone. If you still have 25 bullets, there is no need to instantly reload after a kill. There could be 1 or 2 other guys just about to come around the corner who will kill you while you're reloading. And remember, they can hear you when you're reloading. Here's another quick tip. Sometimes it's better to crouch when shooting. It could make your shots more accurate, but be careful, it's not always the best thing to do. Sidestepping is normally the best thing that you can do, but sometimes it's just better to crouch and shoot, and your shots will be more accurate, and it also can make you harder to hit because the enemy might not expect it. Just be careful with this one. There are places and times best to use it, and there are places and times where you shouldn't. This will come with time and you'll know when or when not to use it. Just take that into account. Remember that the AK is a very high damage weapon with high penetration also. This means that you can shoot through doors or boxes and do a lot of damage. Sometimes it is a good idea to shoot people through a door or through a box if you know that they're there. You could get a lot of good kills like this and the enemy might not even expect it. But you can only do this with the AK or maybe the AWP. Most other weapons have very low penetration and they will not do this well. So keep that in mind, the AK is very good for that. When going up against an AWPer, the first thing you have to do is try to sidestep a lot to make them miss. Once they miss the first shot, that gives you a few seconds to take as many shots as you can to try and hit them. If you miss or you don't kill them, keep sidestepping until they miss again and then go for the next shots. This is the best way to counter an AWPer because after every shot they have to reload for at least 2 or 3 seconds, and that is your best time to shoot and try to get the kill. Remember, always keep sidestepping, don't stand still, especially when facing an AWPer because they will kill you on the second shot if you are standing still. That's all for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like if you did and subscribe if you want to see more. Leave a comment in the comment section below with any questions or tips or advice, and I'll see you in the next one.